Dashmani Janishanabe Dug and Dinoy Bagani Dugma. Nindash Mani Dunud and Indigenous Cause Bishu and Du Dame with Awaza Gaigadig and Dunjaba. We win a Dashaigwad, Dane Gugwajmana Sonogum Nagan as a Mani Do. We win a Dasha Yosa, Dane, we do Kawiwadama, Gakina. Wegama Jigoma, Gaigo, Washington, Mino, Adashugo, Mizuene Shanabe, King. Good morning, everyone. My name is Jason Schlender. I'm the Executive Administrator for the Great Lakes Indian Fish and Wildlife Commission. I want to acknowledge Chairman Simpson, the Ranking Member Pingree, and also Representative Elsie here this morning. These are uncertain times, but for tribes throughout their history with the United States, there have been many uncertain times, and so I reflect on statements made by Ranking Member Pingree and Representative McCollum when talking about the chaos and strife that has been unleashed on this country by this current administration. This is not new for us. Tribes have stood with you. We have harbored you from religious persecution, oppression from the British Crown, and fought fascist regimes bent on the demise of this republic. We have always stood with you, symbolically speaking, in the frenzy of bureaucratic paperwork and the dust that has been flying around. When it all settles, we'll still be here. Nobody can question the resiliency of the original people from this part of the world. As you know, the federal government has certain treaty and trust obligations to tribal nations. The Great Lakes Indian Fish and Wildlife Commission, GLIFWC, is comprised of 11 tribes that have delegated to us a small portion of their sovereignty as it relates to the implementation of their off-reservation treaty rights in Michigan, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. To that end, we issue harvest permits, monitor harvest, and enforce tribal laws against tribal members into tribal courts. We also strive to ensure that the resources that the tribes rely on are healthy and abundant throughout the ceded territories. GLIFWC contracts its funding through the Indian Self-Determination and Education Assistance Act. These contracts are highly regulated, and we are a successful, mature contractor, as well as a low-risk oddity for over 40 years. So fraud, waste, and abuse doesn't apply to us. I commend our staff for their excellence and dedication to their work for the tribes that we serve. We use our 638 funds as leverage to secure additional funding that allows us to undertake research, restoration, and protection projects. We have long been a part of intergovernmental efforts to restore lake trout populations in Lake Superior, and recently announced that restoration efforts have been successful. We are extremely concerned that these hard-fought gains may be quickly erased, damaging not only tribes' access to this important resource, but damaging the commercial and tourism economies of the rural Lake Superior region if the sea lamprey treatments are eliminated. In addition to our core functions associated with the implementation of treaty rights, GLIFWC's conservation officers are an important part of the law enforcement network in our rural region. Sadly, our officers recently responded to a scene when a young man's snowmobile went through the ice in Lake Superior. Our officers responded and helped recover his body in temperatures that were 18 below. Our officers are often called upon by jurisdictions to assist in responding to emergencies, adding to the regional response network. The Great Lakes Restoration Initiative, GLRI, is important to our work. It provides funding for use to test fish for mercury and provides specific consumption advice to tribal members. It provides staff to monitor and reseed manumin, which is wild rice. We undertake baseline water quality testing to understand the status of nibi, or which is water, and those resources in the ceded territory. This vital work would be eliminated or much diminished if GLRI is not available. The rights protection implementation line item enables us to implement relevant court orders, restore and protect natural resource populations, assist in responding to emergencies, leverage additional funding, and contribute to the health and safety of the ceded territories. We understand that there's a desire to enact significant budget cuts, but these programs have been underfunded for years, and so it's not fair. It's not fair to ask tribes to shoulder any more of this burden And so as opposed to last year when we were requesting increases in our funding, our desire is to just not be cut. And so I've noticed over the last few days that some other members of this committee have been here and are not here. But I'm touched by what Representative Cole has said. Promises made, promises kept. Miigwech Bizendawiig, thank you for listening and the opportunity to present.